There's no music? There's not an easy way for me to test that. Okay. Well, the reason why I say I can actually probably show you. That is so annoying. It keeps changing what display is my main display and it's breaking stuff. There we go. So you see these guys, right? Whenever I do the elevator music, there's a third one. So advanced audio properties, is it in here? No, I have to actually add it as an audio file, but I'll show you. Is it audio output capture? Let's see if I can just copy and paste it. It will be easier. All right, now if I paste this here, paste as reference, you can see that's what I was seeing, my levels. You're probably hearing it now too. I can't. Can I Control Z to get rid of that? I can. That's cool. So whenever that happens, it worries me a little bit. No, you're okay. You're okay. It's a very common mistake. There have been times when I thought for sure that there was a significant issue when it was just me being a dummy. And I have had audio issues in the past where, for whatever reason, things break. My audio interface freezes sometimes. I wish I had a camera so I could show you. Actually, it's got some wiggle room. Can I bring it on camera? So this is my Scarlett Focusrite 2i2. It's like the first generation. I originally bought it for guitar. Very good. I forgot my headphones were connected to i2. Haha, we have good taste. But this will lock on red. So it'll say, hey, your audio is clipping from your microphone, even though nothing is going through the microphone. And I have to physically unplug and replug the USB cable to the back. And then it'll work fine. Only does it with the Shure. The best microphone I've ever owned, by the way, expensive, but trust me, as an audiophile, Shure does a great job. There are some other good microphones out there, and there's a cheaper alternative to the SM57, which I believe this is, called the MV7. So if you're ever in the market for a good mid-tier Shure microphone, the MV7 is pretty good. The reason why I went with this is because if you look at the audio spectrum in a visual EQ, you'll notice that between like 20 and 100 hertz, the low end, it's a little bit brighter. It picks up the lower end a little bit more. So what you hear when I talk over the microphone sounds more like what I hear in my head when I talk. I'm a little higher pitched in person, which is part of the reason why if you ever hear me talk over a different microphone, it's like, oh, you sound younger. Like, no, I just have a shitty voice. That's how it goes. I sounded like the vampire dude from IT Crowd for a second there. I don't know why I did that voice. That voice never happened. But now I have to find it. IT Crowd Goth. What was his name? Oh yeah, okay. So the voice I was just doing. It's this guy. Give me a second and I'll show you. I don't know why I did his voice, but I love this guy. He's great.
We're just like you, really, except we listen to Cradle of Filth.
Cradle of Filth? I presume that's a band. It's not literally a cradle of filth.
Oh no, that would be horrible. Cradle of Filth are actually one of the best contemporary darkwave bands in the world. I never forget the first time I heard them. Changed my life. Blew my mind. I was lucky I discovered them when I did, because it was around that time that things started to go wrong for me at work. I don't know what happened. But suddenly, people just weren't returning my calls. In my strategy meetings, people seemed distracted, distant. I couldn't put my finger on it, but something was wrong. I'll tell you, it was good to have the filth to come home to.
For some reason, oh, hey, that worked. What is that on? Oh, that's through Discord. Yeah, Discord works. So we encountered an issue yesterday. I don't know if you were here for it. Stream elements, for one thing, stream elements should not be, I have a loose hair. I can see it, but I don't know which side of my face it is. Stream elements is very, very bad at deleting messages across everything. Your Twitch chat didn't go through. Let me Twitch chat myself really quickly. There have been some, I think it's Restream, if we're being honest. There have been some issues with Restream. Oh, I have transcoding? I have a lot of transcoding. That's interesting. 160p? Don't do this to me. Come on now. Ooh, but I look good when I'm crisp. Okay, so this is through the website. See, it seems to be okay. But now let's test it through OBS. Here. I'll show you what I would do in OBS. I would select what I want to message from. Now check it on the website. Don't be weird. Yeah, it. What about through Restream? Okay, there have been some weird. I know that we're getting off on a tangent here, but there have been some weird things going on. Yeah, I have to. The 58 is good too. It really depends, I guess, on. If someone new is joining us, I promise you we'll get to the game very shortly. But both me and Sigourney are audio nerds, so it depends on whether you want like omnidirectional, unidirectional. Oh, what's the microphone that has two? Is it bidirectional? I don't think that's correct. Omnidirectional, unidirectional, bi. Yeah, bidirectional, I guess, is correct. I just misspelled that. It'll correct it. Yeah, cardioid. That usually I think it's cardioid that is mostly two directions. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, it's been a while since I played with this stuff. But Shure makes both good omnidirectional condenser microphones, but they also make good unidirectional. They're not called condenser microphones. They're called something else. I can't think now. Dude, I used to know all this. I legit I'm slipping in my old age, chat. I'm slipping in my old age. I used to know all this stuff. I've studied it before, literally studied it before, and I can't remember it. The two main types of microphone, not microscopes, phones. Dynamic and condenser, yeah. Dynamic microphones, if I remember right. Let's see, dynamic, SM57. So this is a dynamic microphone. Yeah, as a cardioid condenser microphone. So I'm a little bit confused. I'm pretty sure this is the 57. But that is not my microphone. Maybe I am confused. Maybe this is the 58. Shit, now I don't know. Now it's the SM7B. I'm confusing microphones. The SM57 is unidirectional, or it's got a cardioid polar pattern. So wherever you point the back of it, it won't hear, which makes it very, very good for being in front of live audiences. I'm a moron. I have misremembered all of this and just stumbled all over it. So this is the SM7B. But there's also the MV7, which is really, really good if you want a condenser microphone, like a studio microphone for streaming, which if you have the Beta 58, you're groovy, you're doing good. But a dynamic microphone is very, very useful if like you're in a band, especially because if you want to rehearse together and record a demo in one take, then you just sit the singer in a corner and you have the microphone pointed directly at him with a dynamic microphone. And then you just take the collective audio of all the other instruments being recorded, you invert it on his microphone, and between the fact that it has that cardioid pattern where it blocks out most of the things coming from behind the microphone and the inverted audio coming from the band, you'll have a crisp, clean vocal recording despite being in a room full of people. It won't be perfect, but we're talking like demo quality stuff, not like, uh-oh. That's not good. I used to be really into that stuff, and it's been so long now since I've dealt with any of it that I feel like a moron. I feel like I have to go back and reread all that stuff. So this crashed on me just a second ago. Greek for Breath of Life. I have not played this. I have not seen any videos on it. I know it's something in the vein of Myst, and I know that I'm running on about 4 hours of sleep and a pot of coffee, so most likely I'm going to do really terrible. I need you to be patient and supportive of me in my time of crisis. Let's check our display, see what we got. That is higher. That's better. We don't need VSync on. Sure, depth of field will make it feel a little more real. Apply. Audio. It'll probably be okay. Gameplay. Sensitivity. Oh. I might need to turn that up later, but I always have trouble with sensitivity being too high, so. Let's get it going, boys and girls.
Me? I'm awake. I'm alive. I can feel it. Life flowing through me. Breath, thought. A few seconds ago there was nothing, but now here I am. There's only one logical conclusion. I am God, and this is my universe. It's pretty cool. It's too dark and silent, formless and void, not fitting for a god of my stature. Let there be light. Oh, and there was. Oh, wow. Oh, I must be God. I can move. I can talk. I can walk. I hover to and fro above the infinite surface, plain as it is.
Okay, so I have to say, if God really was that enthusiastic and excited at the creation of the universe, he'd be my bro. I need that kind of energy in my life. Just like, oh my God, you know, I created light, holy shit. I'm gonna turn the AC on, it's hot in here. Unfortunately, oh yeah, this is on 1, and it still feels high to me. I think orange is the lowest, or is it white? White. Yeah, there we go. That feels more like it.
This is amazing! My universe! A bit bland, but a bland universe is better than no universe.
Oh,
Still,
wow.
I feel the need for progress. I need a direction. I need a destination, an end to my beginning, an omega to my alpha. For how can there be progress without a destination?
I wonder if this is an optical illusion. Like, I bet you can kind of see this line. I bet you this is what the real stairwell, and this is like an animation that has been snuck in, and once you get past this point, it loads into the new position or something.
A path. A narrow path that leads to a destination. Progress.
So far,
For me, I see a large wall. I press on and walk through the wall like a ghost.
I love the aesthetic. The clean whites, very nice. Part of me wants to turn the
No, walls are solid. Can't do that. Note yourself, cannot walk through walls. A button! Push the button. Escape the box.
What? What button? What button? What do we got? Oh, there's no list. Did it say? Did I miss it? Oh, a button. I see.
I control the world with a wave of my figurative hand. Though, being a god, I have no need for hands, apparently. I think I need some trimmings. Something to spruce the place up a bit. Make my universe heavenly. Something to reflect my wealth and godlike status. Grand. It needs colour. Gold. Lots of gold. To reflect my immense wealth and abundance of goldness. Also to reflect my love of reflective metals.
So the depth of field effect is great. I actually like it. Notice how it's blurry until I get over it? I like that. It's one of the few games where I feel like depth of field is actually a cool concept. Are these mirrors? Oh, there's no me. Whoa. Oh, I have to really hand it to them. They did something very, very interesting here. I love...
Okay, that's it. A temple. That's
Oh.
the right kind of place for a god to live.
I want to know how he did this in Unreal. How did he make these interactions like this? There's like a collision box around the character that loads in textures when you're within that circle, but it's not an exact circle. You can tell because of the stripes. It's like an uneven... Why is her face blurred?
If I bend my figurative knees and jump, the world moves downwards, away from me, the center of my own little universe. I translate the world as if it were mine. Well, yeah, which it is. Another wall? I must continue to progress, in spite of this challenge to my authority.
Oh. Ah. Oh, I love it. That's cool. That's a neat way...
Forward, the world approaches me. I am literally the center of the universe. As I turn, the world rotates around me. I am pivotal. I bring a new meaning to self-centered. You know, what with being the center of all things.
I actually really do love this architectural style and the colors. I am a fan of this. I'm guessing these all three need to be rotated. I'm going to investigate down below really quickly.
As an artist, I need to define my influences. Who are my influences? Well, myself. I inspire myself. I am inspirational. I aspire to be myself.
Ooh. I thought I got stuck for a second. I was going to try and hop over it. I legitimately feel excited. I'm enjoying this so far. I was afraid because the reviews were mixed that it would be bad, and maybe it does get bad.
Matched. Perfectly. Now I can relax. Thinking time is over.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Lead me, path. Lead me to my destination.
1 second. I want to do something really quick because I'm a nerd. Will this work? Oh, it's not brought up. It'll take it a second. I wonder if I can open Discord by mistake. I need to open Govee Home. Go into my device. There we go. Can we do something cool? Let's see. No, that's not what I want. Natural. Too fast. Mm-mm. Wait a minute. Literary. Interesting. Suspense. I don't play with these enough. Colorful. It's very, very close. Candlelight. The other one isn't bright enough. Okay, so what we'll do instead, we'll go to colors. Orange and red. Oh. Yep. Kind of like it. It's close. It's closer. Yellow, too bright. Orange. Do this one. Ooh, I could do that. Trying to match the reds and golds that this dude has, but it's not quite working. We'll just stick with dark red, I guess. Got distracted playing with lights. Oh, wow, that cleared up really quickly.
Onwards! A passing gate is a sign of progress along my path. I must admit that I rather enjoy the progress. However, it seems I am met with a new challenge at every turn. These challenges require knowledge. Slightly worrying. As a god, I consider myself all-knowing. Why is it I must stop and think? Knowledge is obscured from me. All these eyes, watching, makes me a bit uneasy. Not a fan of onlookers, to be honest. That which I can see exists.
Prospectum apparet vium opens the way forward. That's what it means.
Ah, a bench. Brilliant. Something to rest my figurative head upon from all that adventurous walking. But I must be honest with myself. As a god, I feel no real need to rest. Don't know why I made a bench. Doesn't really make sense. Maybe I should rest as an example to others. No, there are no others.
Okay, so these open the way forward, but how? Why? What? Okay, so that's locked now. Oh. Oh, they both have to see you for the way to open, and then you have to hurry
I
through.
don't understand why I filled the place with pots either. I don't have anything to store. Maybe I should make lemonade. I need to invent lemons first, a few other things too. Time to start a list of inventions. Lemons, a lemon press, sugar, the abstract concept of sweetness. A tongue. I definitely need a tongue, but I need a body first. Legs. I want legs. Then I can have footsteps to accompany my walking. I find myself awfully ethereal currently, even for a god. A door that opens only when watched. Yet more evidence of my centrality to this narrative. It makes me wonder what is in the next room before I enter. Is there anything? Is it simulated? Is it culled because my mind does not have the power to imagine the whole world at one instant? Oh, for the sake of sanity, I choose to believe the world around the corner exists.
The same paintings are being repeated, but it does appear random. So you have like blurred faced women in front of a statue, some kind of temple building where people would congregate. Looks like there are eyes on it. That's interesting. Oh, an archway with an eye. Wait a minute. Eye. Oh, that's clever. Oh, that's so clever. The all-seeing eye is upon us, chat. Wait. I can't interact with the door. Wait a minute. Aha.
There it is! Hiding. But I'm afraid not even you could escape my powers of observation.
Ooh, close. Two. Is there a thing listed as 1 anywhere? No. Not in here. 2. It's a moon with a ring around it, overlooking, it looks to be a lake, some mountains, either the tops of trees or fire. Another lake, fires on the beach, something weird in the corner. Columns and an archway, the crumbling remains of some kind of a civilization.
Wow! So many books, years of reading. But why would God read books that he's written? Then again, books written by God would be the best books. Why would I read books that I haven't written? I should write my own book. A book set apart from the rest. What would I call it? Autobiography, maybe. A brief history of life. Pneuma presents himself in Nigh. Critics have called it the best book ever written. Winner of every writing prize for writing. The Hallway called it the best book since records began. A small bench said it was a record-breaking record of historical records.
So we have a Popat.
Kind of book I would write if I did write an autobiography, though. Maybe a piece of fiction. I could tell stories of magical doors that only open when watched. Maybe stories about a little wooden boy come to life. Maybe I'd write science books. As the creator of the universe, I could easily write an exhaustive science textbook. I mean, if I got something wrong, I could just change the rules of the universe to match the book. I could keep changing the laws of the universe and write new revisions. I could write every book on the face of the universe. There's still every book to write, and forever to write it in.
So it says that I can interact with these, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Is it? Ah, I see. Is there something that needs to be looked at? Pay attention. There don't appear to be any eyes on this side at all. And there only appears to be one there. I think this needs to go toward the center, I guess. So that it can see me when I get down here? Oh yeah, that's right. I have to look at it.
I notice how things further away seem smaller. An increase in distance causes a decrease in size. This is called perspective. The irony is the implication. I must be the biggest thing in the world.
Okay. I think that will line up. Oh, too high? Yeah, too high. Maybe like that? I don't know. Ooh, close. We made it, chat! So far, I like it. It's interesting. It's a giant metaphor for perspective.
Where did all this marble come from? Because it's just here. I guess as God, I made it. I can't remember ever making any of this, though. Marble requires great heat, pressure, and time to form. So how did I make it? Did I just pop it into existence? I guess I could do that. Or did I have it in another universe cooking for a couple of million years? Both are reasonable. Maybe both. Changing it up. I need to work on my memory. Look at this! The world bends to my will.
Omega.
More evidence of my deity, the immense power of my mind. Bow before my ample brow, for I can move things with just a glance. Fear my gaze, lest I move you
Wow.
around.
Check it out. Fire, right? Burning. Not burning. Burning. Not burning. There's a lot of little subtle things in this that you'd almost think, oh, it's a glitch, but it's not. It's on purpose. Torch. Ah! It's the door. Omega. Alpha. Okay, so Alpha. A torch. There's an Omega door there. And one down below. Oh, there's an I down below. Only opens a small amount. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with this information. Maybe I'm too far away?
What a polite door. Opening itself upon my approach. The right way to treat your god, door. I shall give you great treasures for your compliance.
I want to test something really quick. I wonder if there's an Easter egg here. I wonder if I need to ensure that all the torches are burning. Yeah, see, that works. I have to do both of those. On. On? Oh. Weird. You can control one or both, but it's finicky and you can't see all 4 torches simultaneously. So it'd be difficult to know whether or not
This door? What a conniving door. You can see its proud look as it attempts to thwart me. Why can't you be more like that other door? That other door had respect.
Oh, this one does not go out. Interesting.
I
think-
walk through this door with head held high.
Wait. Am I meant to not look at this door? Interesting. Oh, it's weird. Oh, it reacts to me. Interesting. This one, I think I have to go backwards. Yeah. Clever. I don't want to look at it because I don't want to trigger it.
Bested you, door.
Yeah, door. Ho, door.
Are you not moved? Rotate about me, bridge. Bow to my rotational power. This is normal. Moving things with your mind. It must be. I am normal. That cannot be contested. Normal is the norm, and as the only thing, I must be normal.
Okay, it doesn't lock into position, so I would need to do this, I think. It's pretty straight. I don't want to look at it because I'm afraid it'll affect its movement. I wonder if it was
I am mighty.
meant to work that way.
I rather enjoy moving heavy marble with my mind. It would be a tough job to move this marble by hand, to be honest. What are hands?
I'm an anal retentive god. I wanted it as straight as possible. Four. Huh. Oh, this is the fourth puzzle. Okay, that's fair. I think I get it now.
I can move bridges with my mind. I wonder if I could move them to laughter or tears. They seem to be quite emotionally dead. But with enough anthropomorphism, I'm sure they would lighten up. Thank you, bridges, for bringing things together. I wonder if these bridges deserve my thanks. If they're my creation, is to thank them to thank myself? Well, thank me for my excellence.
Okay, is that how that works? Ah, interesting. This is a weird, weird puzzle, but okay. Okay, I think we got it. This is one of the more interesting ways to interact with the environment that I've seen in a puzzle game. I don't know. So, like, if you think about Portal or the Talos Principle, you have a lot of laser puzzles, right? And the laser puzzles are interesting in that you're trying to get a line of sight between two objects on the screen. So you need, you know, to levitate a block with the laser on top of it to point at a particular thing, to open up a door or whatever, like in Talos Principle. In this case, you are the object emitting the laser. There's basically a laser leaving your head that points at whatever object you're interacting with. And that's how you get things to move, open, whatever. I'm setting this back because it looks like I have rosacea or something.
This world seems counterintuitive. Not entirely sure what's going on. I seem to be playing a series of practical jokes on myself. Who constructs a world like this? A world that attempts to confound me at every turn. Why did I make such a world? Makes me feel smart, I guess. How gratuitously self-indulgent.
I remember this theological concept related. Is it Twitch? Is Twitch being weird? It is now. What was I going to say? There's an interesting theological philosophical concept related to deism that I read one time. It led me to make a really dumb metaphor when I was about 14 years old. I was real edgy, listened to a lot of death metal and Manson and stuff. Raised in a very religious place. But I said, imagine that God goes out drinking one night. That's interesting. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I said, imagine God gets really, really smashed one night. He's very, very lonely. There's no one to talk to, no one to interact with, nothing fun or interacting to do. So he gets really, really smashed one night, and he wakes up the next day with the massive hangover, and he looks at himself in the mirror, and he hates everything. There's no laughter, no joy, no ultimate purpose to anything. He just is. And in a fit of anger, he punches the mirror, and it shatters into a million pieces. And as he looks down onto the shattered remnants of the mirror on his floor, he sees 1,000 reflections staring back at him, each one unique. And that is a metaphor for like the nature of reality and what it means to be a human being. Is that we're sort of like a God looking for purpose that's been broken up into a million different pieces. And by virtue of our imperfection, we're made unique. And that was a real edgy way to put it when I was a kid, but I do find it kind of interesting this idea that if you're all powerful and all knowing, it's difficult to have any kind of knowable purpose. So the only thing that you could reasonably do is purposefully make yourself imperfect, purposefully give yourself flaws, so that you have a struggle, a means by which you can work toward things and actually have a challenge. I don't know why I find that idea interesting, but I find the idea that if there is this all-powerful, all-knowing, omnipotent, omnipresent deity that governs the universe, that if it wasn't already perfect to begin with, it would have had to have made itself imperfect so as to have a challenge and a purpose. And it would have likely split itself up into a million different pieces just so that it didn't have to experience void, infinite void, all by its lonesome. So I'm not religious. I just find it interesting philosophically. I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day. I said it goes the opposite way from what you expect. I was telling my girlfriend that...
About my pivot. Is it that the world turns around me, or that I turn around the world? If it's just matrix multiplication, then the question is redundant, I'm sure. Cos theta minus sine theta cos theta. My conscious perspective makes it an incontrovertible fact.
Oh, it's too sensitive. 1 second. Didn't make it, damn. I was talking to my girlfriend about it. I said if I really had to pin down what I was, I would say that I am a secular pantheist. Not to be confused with the spiritual pantheist. Spiritual pantheist believes the universe literally is a personal god. Where a secular pantheist simply recognizes that the universe is as close as you can get to God, that you can actually also witness. Ooh, I turned around the wrong way, I think. Oh my god, this puzzle is breaking my brain while I'm trying to talk. I need to shut up. Let me do this first. Doctor called and I just got back from being on the phone. I believe that's the direction I came from, so... Are you okay? Is everything okay? You get any bad results or anything? I mean, you don't have to tell me, obviously, but... I'd like to know you're okay.
I can turn any situation to my advantage. The rules of the universe are mine to write.
Oh.
Though they're rather conventional at the moment.
Oh, holy shit, that's insane. I don't know what precisely this is doing. Is there a gateway? Oh, there is. Okay, so I need to... Yeah. Is this where I came from? That's where I came from. Okay, so this guy needs to go 180 degrees. It's close. Oh, that's so mind-breaking. I'm waiting to hear if I'm supposed to see a cardiologist. She didn't like my precautionary EKG results. You got your pre-authorization. Okay, pre-authorization for, I'm assuming, a procedure. So my mother had a minor heart attack. And,
room of this world seems to be carefully crafted for me. A hidden hand woven through the fabric of the universe. A fingerprint everywhere. A different hidden hand guiding my footsteps.
Oh, yeah.
The laws unfold. Their origins a mystery. But why a mystery? Gods should know all things.
I'm looking up Sanctorum. I'm pretty sure I know what it means, but... in English? Not from German, you stupid thing. Latin, obviously. Oh. Not from English to Latin? Oh. Give me a second, chat. I think it just means sanctuary, but I'm not sure. Latin? Yeah, to English. Of the saints. Okay. The same people who keep saying I should lose weight have now stated that it's not medically necessary. So what I would say is, so my mom had a minor heart attack mowing the lawn. And you're probably like, you're her son in your 30s. Why didn't you mow your mother's lawn? Well, I would have. That's not a problem. If she needs me to, I will. But she was trying to be more physical and engage in more physical activities because she was starting to feel bad. She was gaining weight. She's 70 years old. So she was mowing the lawn and she was breaking it up over a couple of days. So she'd mow like half the front lawn one day, the other half the next day, half the back lawn the next day, and half the back lawn the next day after that. Sometimes she could get it done in 2 days, 3 days, sometimes longer. She never, really tried to overexert herself, but she wanted to be more physically active. Well, she came in one day and I actually pointed it out to her. She's like, I feel nauseous and my arm hurts, I think is what she said. And I'm like, that sounds like a heart attack to me. This one is such a pain in the ass. How am I supposed to do this? I'm real confused on this one. No, but anyway, if we're talking, going back to religious philosophy, I'm of the mind that this sounds very hokey, but we are the universe made self-aware. And I mean that in the literal sense, not in some kind of misguided spiritual sense. Like, literally, there were stars millennia ago that exploded and released all these heavier elements that then formed other stars like our home star and all the planets that revolve around it. And on those planets, all the carbon, nitrogen, oxygen necessary for what we call life to exist. And then that life developed consciousness, and consciousness meant that life could observe. Because life is a part of the universe is able to observe itself. So I'm of the philosophy that my higher power is quite literally the universe. Not that it's like a conscious thing or a... But also I really like space, so it makes sense I'd feel that way. Oh, I was gonna say, now that I've completed that thought, are you on a heart-healthy diet? Are you finding ways to be physically active? Hopefully you haven't had anything happen to your heart. You definitely don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. All right, so looking at the game, what the hell? I can't control them individually, in case you're wondering why I do like this. How do I get them all up or all down? I am so confused. Do you? Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I noticed that these move when I move my mouse. It's like the torches from before. Didn't work. Are they just... Yes, yeah. Give me your observation, because... all of those are down except for this one. I just need that one. Damn it. Yeah. That's why I was doing that. The problem is... Uh-oh. Even if it's just on the edge. Ah! You're right. It's just the field of view is so wide that it was hard to control.
I must have created this world.
Good call.
Why would the world have the appearance of craft? Perhaps as I speak, a subconscious part of me is busy making the next room. It is my world, after all. I must be working hard right now to build the next room, or perhaps
3.
my mind creates this appearance
2.
of order out of the noise.
4, 5, 1. Oh, it's a combo. Okay, so 1. Oh, I have to be very, very careful. Is 1 in the far corner? Oh, that's 3. Shit. So I have to restart. 1, 2, 3. I think that is 5, and this is 4. Oh no, I got it wrong. Yeah. 1. Don't. That's 3, right? It's dark. No, that's 2. Oh, this is kind of obnoxious, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, did it on accident. That works. I'll allow it.
This world is clearly the product of a mind. It is full of inorganic patterns and purposeful architecture. Could a series of complex interactions create an agent possible of making purposeful change in an environment? If that were the case, then it would make a compelling argument for a world without craft. Still a world optimized for some function, mind you. If something was transient, if something abided in this universe for a moment, or if something was removed, where does it go? A thing that is removed from the universe does not exist. A thing that does not exist. How can I know of a thing that does not exist? A memory of a thing that once existed. I need a principle to avoid this contradiction.
Good call.
This cognitive dissonance in my mind. How can I know of a thing that does not exist? What is this pervasive delusion? Things must exist forever. How are these things created? Before creation, they did not exist. Tense. Time. Time! The world has time. The world is not always the same. Aha! But I am constrained to this time. Why am I constrained to time? A god should not be constrained.
Oh. Ah, you turn it to the degree based on how far away from it you're looking. So you can't observe these. These are not observable. Like when I look away, so see it's at noon. Now watch, if I look away, you can hear it tick, tick, tick. Look at it really quick. So now I'm looking at 6 o'clock. But... Oh. Oh, okay, I see lights, I see lights, I see lights. So not looking at these, I believe, affects the state. Let's see. Nope. Only one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this. Okay, so noon is correct on that one, I think. Oh my god. I'm sorry, chat. Restream makes it difficult to get rid of these two. Block user on YouTube. And then what I have to do is I actually have to go into Twitch. This is annoying. Yeah, show moderation icon. Oh, show mod icons. There we go. Trash, 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 trash. Double check that it's not on YouTube. Double check that it's not on YouTube. Yeah, it's YouTube that does it. YouTube needs stronger protections against spam. So there are 5 circles. 2 of them are correct, or are they just looked at? Wait. Now the last one's... Oh, they're timed. How do I do it quickly enough to do this then? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! Hot bots in your neighborhood.
Here's a question for me. If I was to study the corner of a board game, could I infer the rules of the game? Perhaps if I use my godlike powers of intuition. How can you understand a world from a vertical slice? Sometimes empirical knowledge is required, surely. Not everything can be inductive or deductive.
I just had a flashback to that time that Elon Musk got cringy on the internet by basically saying, oh, chess is just, it's too simple for me, man. I'm too big brain. It was kind of funny. He's not wrong. He was talking about Polytopia, which is good, but it was also very, very silly the way he said it. He definitely sounded like a try-hard kid on the internet. I can't be mad at him right now, though. Because of him, I was able to make a profit off Dogecoin. Thank you. It's almost like insider trading, but not. All I did was buy Twitter. So this moves with me. Got it. But now, how do I need to get it there. Are there other objects I can interact with in this room? Oh, there is. Okay, I think I see what I need to do here. That will change its position here. Oh no, that won't help me, will it? I have to get closer so I can actually manipulate it more easily. Look away. Look at where it's positioned here. There we go. Got it. That's a cool one.
If the world is made for me, for what purpose? Is it a test? Is it to be enjoyed? Is it to bring acclaim to its creator? As a god, I feel like I should have a stronger grasp of this.
Oh, it changes based on... Well, that doesn't change it, does it? I'm not entirely sure how this puzzle works. What is the interaction here? If I press right repeatedly... It's not a shape rotating. I don't believe it's random. I want to press center because I believe it'll... Oh. Oh, wait. It locks them in, doesn't it? What? Are they up or down? I can't tell. Up, down, up. Down, up. Okay, so it doesn't lock them in. Maybe you lock in the blanks. Oh. One, two, three, four. You don't lock in blanks either. I'm trying to discern a pattern, and there is a small pattern in the way, Oh, that's interesting. Unfortunately, it'll change now. Ah. Huh. That one and that one down. Oh, this is really wild. What? Okay. So we have 4 over there. My instinct is lock in these shapes to re-roll, but that's not how it works. So maybe you lock in the blanks to only re-roll the blank, but that also doesn't work. But you have 2 sets of puzzles with 2 sets of buttons, so I thought maybe you lock in the one you can't see. The one that's on the opposite side. So this guy, right? So he's center. Do I lock in the center? Maybe it's Mirrorland. I don't believe it's mirrored. But let's look away and look toward it. Wait, can I? No, I can't interact from this side. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3. No, that doesn't work either, but I think I have to be careful about looking. At the opposite side? What the fuck? What the fuck is this puzzle, chat? I have to think about this. There doesn't seem to be any kind of a correlation between the button presses and the tiles that show. Wait a minute. I have an idea. I was hoping that maybe you make 5 across both, but I'm not sure. Listen, I'm gonna go use the restroom really quick. I have to pee. I drank too much coffee. If you have ideas, like brainstorm, because I'm not sure I get what I'm supposed to do. I don't see a correlation between pushing the buttons and the tiles that come up. There must be, but I don't know what it is. Hey. Yeah, I think, where'd I put my headphones? 1 second. So, most likely I'm overthinking this puzzle, but let's continue overthinking the puzzle, okay? We have 10 red lights. We have 10 tiles that can be binary, or we have 10 buttons that can be either up or down position, and we have 10 tiles which can either be light or dark, right? If I look at the tiles, they stay the way they are. If I move, they change, right? The assumption I'm making is that we want to make 5 light tiles, right? Right, that would make sense. So light, matches light, dark matches dark. I like that. I like that. That's probably true. And we know if we look away that they'll change, which means that the buttons won't match the tiles. So maybe the goal isn't to lock them in, but to get them to match. Okay. Without looking back at the black white, go to the... Yeah, we were thinking the exact same thing. So, the reason why I struggled with that was because I made a faulty assumption, and that is my biggest problem in puzzle games. I get stuck on an assumption. Oh, we want to make 5 white tiles. But at no point did either side ever have 5 white tiles. They only ever had a maximum of 4. And if you can't lock them in, then maybe in the RNG there isn't 5 white tiles. And also, I started doing this puzzle before realizing there were 2 sides. So, yeah, that's interesting. We both thought the same thing, and it ended up being correct. But we're early on, and that one stumped me, like legitimately stumped me. So I have a really bad feeling that I'm going to get my ass handed to me later on in the game. That it's going to get much, much, much worse.
What good is a challenge? Does the creator wish to teach, or perhaps just entertain? Some space to think, or maybe just to do something productive?
Okay, does this rotate? It does. So green, sure, needs to be red. Can I rotate the outside? Oh, no, but I can rotate these individual. So red, sure. Blue, I guess. Although I would rather do that, so it's blue, blue. Then yellow, yellow, purple. I think it needs to match on all sides. So red, red, sure, green. Then that would have to be teal, teal. So, that was easy. That was an easy puzzle. The last puzzle was way harder than that. Unless it's not done. I don't know what I did. But that was very easy. Did you see what I did there? I'm like, well, the triangles need to match the colors on the outside. And when I realized that the colors on the inside of the triangles could also match, I'm like, oh. So we need all sides everywhere to match, and they do. That one was way easier than the previous one. Unless I'm mistaken. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There is another puzzle here. Okay. Okay, there's another puzzle here. So I have to complete both, presumably. This is another one where when you look at it, it's fine, but when you look away... Or is it like... No, those are... Well, they're all full except 2. I can't do the top ones. Moving backwards seems to do something. Moving backwards and forwards does something. Or is it... See, if I go forward and then pull back, it'll disappear. Oh, that's a good call. The reason why it was easy was because I guessed the middle spin. You're absolutely right. That would have been way harder. I just guessed. You're right. You're right. Not sure how this one works. So what is my ultimate goal? My ultimate goal is to get through this door, I believe. We have a door on either side. The door I came through previously and the door I can... Oh no, I came through this door previously. Wait. Wait, is this an extra... This is an Easter egg then. This is an Easter egg puzzle, I bet. Because I can continue, I think. Is the goal to clear them all or to fill them all? What? What makes the difference? Damn it! I'm confused. Maybe there's something to it where being behind me affects it? No, I have to look at it. So I think the goal is to have one small block here. I'm thinking. I can't reach that top one. There must be some way. Wait, no! How did I do it? I had it! I had them all cleared. I had them all cleared. Ooh, I don't know how I solved it, but I did. I don't know how I solved it, but I did. I think it has to do with moving backward and forward with so many on the screen at once. The hell? Oh, I can move it. It won't go toward it. Interesting. Is there anywhere else it can go? No. I think this is an Easter egg. Can I see more clearly somewhere else? It won't go down either. It won't touch the laser, which is weird. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I do this? Whoa. Whoa! We did a thing, chat! Whoa. He was formed of dust. That was fucking cool, by the way. It reminds me of changing weather in Myst 5, kind of. Well, we found an Easter egg, I think, or an extra challenge, and completed it. So, I'm very proud of myself. Oh, it is nighttime here now. I'm curious if it's over the entire level. Oh, you can't see up through that portion, only through here. Cool. A crafted world. Well, it's daylight again.
A state change on observation. Things in this world can change. Apparently between only 2 states though, on and off. Hopefully not indicative of my state of mind. Between 2 extremes, 2 poles if you will.
What is this thing?
But why does the world change between a few states? Changes only seem to occur in small degrees. Why? Why is the world quantized? It confuses me that there's a limited amount of states in this world. I think that there would be an infinite amount. Why would there need to be a limit unless there was a constraint? And why would there be a constraint? I sure hope it's due to incomprehensible macro-level relationships rather than the overwhelming simplicity of a system. That is a nightmare which I could not face. The implication would be clear. A wooden boy given the breath of life.
Interesting. Oh. Does that have a hole in it? Oh no, we're doing lasers. Even though Lovecraft uses way too many adverbs, you have to admit the dude did some cool stuff. It hits right there. But it goes under, so there is a moment. No, there isn't a moment. It won't go all the way through. It will not go all the way through, so there must be something... some state... Ah, it brings that one down. There we go. Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Continuous makes more sense than discrete, surely. All ideas are continuous, but the mechanics discrete. Nonsense, clearly nonsense. The location of each item in the world is only accurate to a binary exponent width of 8 bits. Why? And still, it can only be observed by a keen eye for infinitesimal phenomena. Planck's constant, the universe's machine epsilon. Oh, what am I even saying? Paranoia, paranoia!
Wait, what? All right, so I can get the eyes to all point in one location, fine. There are only 3 locations. Ooh. These all look in this corner. Where am I supposed to point these? It looking at me doesn't change anything. Like I can... Problem is this one rotates both. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them. And I think it needs to look out of that window at the sun or something. I don't know. If I go back... Almost closed that by mistake. Yeah, I can't go back. So... I can't point anything at that. I'm looking at the symbols and stuff on it to see. 1, 2, 3. No. Wait. Now they're all pointed this way. Doesn't do anything. 1, 2. Right? Should be, yep. Now they're all looking this way. Doesn't change anything. Huh. What interaction with these eyes allow me to open the door? That is the problem. I can't look at that gate. Okay, there's nothing in here. There's nothing over here. I can go up. Is there any other doorway? No. What the hell, chat? Wait. Oh yeah, have you pointed toward the door? Oh. Interesting. Why do some of them alternate and some don't? The even numbers alternate, so not 2, but 3, 4, 3 and 4. These 2. Oh, I'm stuck. I hear something moving. Wait. Sorry, music. I need you to chill for a sec. What the hell? I can hear a sound cue when they're all pointed toward me. Watch. I don't know what I did. I don't understand what that was, but okay. I don't understand how I solved that. I just had to look at a specific one. That bothers me a little bit. A couple of these are like...
And so many doors. The path still appears to travel onwards behind a large gate, but there are forks in this path. An opportunity to travel, see the universe, go along any path I desire. All this traveling, though. I would like a traveling companion. Someone to watch over me, help decide where to go, watch my back, keep me company. Oh, but that's just silliness. I don't really need anyone. I'm a god. If knowledge is in the mind, to be alone is to experience all of knowledge. All the substance of knowledge exists within mind. Therefore, to suppose another, whose mind was unknowable or transient, would suppose a world in which all knowing was an impossibility. So it follows that being alone serves as a proof of my deity. In this way, it is a comfort to me that I am alone. Others would be a difficult problem. A stairway to heaven made of fool's gold.
Interesting. Oh. Let me see. Almost. Something like that. Huh. 1, 2, 3. The fourth one is weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. This can come up a little bit, which means this can, and so can that. Where the hell am I now?
Being alone is important. If one does not hear both parts of a conversation, one cannot have a full idea of what is discussed. To be alone is to know the whole story. But still, this world seems to attempt to communicate something. The world is filled with part conversation. The writings on the walls,
Oh, it's
the
2.
walls themselves.
Let's start with 1. Let's go in order.
This world has rules, clearly. For one, I cannot walk through walls, which is disturbing. You'd think if I was a god, I could do what I wished. For the most part, I don't appear to be in control. Perhaps my subconscious is keeping the world in shape. Subconscious. A powerful part of mind, all along unobserved, subtle. I wonder what resides in this subconscious. Those thoughts that I'm not aware of. Not all of my decisions are wisely made under the full power of cognition. Some decisions are made outside of the conscious self. I seem to observe a lot of my actions with little or no control over them. I must still own these actions.
So I had another conversation with my girlfriend where we were talking about like aphantasia, which is a situation in which a person is unable to visualize images clearly in their head. And there are various levels of this. Some people can get like the vaguest of representations of an image in their head, all the way up to people who can visualize like three-dimensionally. Now, I have a real high level of visualization. I can take an object in my head like this, picture it rotating all around all its axes, and it'll be pretty accurate. The harder I try, the shorter amount of time I can do it. Whereas if I'm just relaxed thinking about something, I can see it perfectly clearly. And so some people can't do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's interesting. It's like their brain thinks of things symbolically. Ah, it's these. Interesting. But what really got me curious was inner narration. So, oh, my inner dialogue is exactly what I hear when I'm talking. So if you try really hard, it gets worse. You can try guided visualization, guided imagery, and mindfulness meditation, where you sit down in a dark, empty room with either ambient noise in the background or no noise at all. You sit down and you shut up your inner narrator if you have one. And the way that you do this is by not thinking about not thinking, because if you do that, you're still thinking. You're thinking about not thinking. Instead, you let your inner voice carry on like normal, but learn to recognize where there are gaps in between thoughts. And you try to sort of stretch those gaps out over longer and longer periods of time. And if you do this while trying to picture an image, what ends up happening is it's like the part of your brain that's responsible for narrating your inner thoughts instead starts sending you images. And you end up in a pseudo-hypnotic state where you're able to visualize things very clearly. I've done that before. I'm not going to say why I was meditating at the time, but I was going through some shit. And it did. It actually really, really helped. But if you like try to force yourself to visualize something, it takes a long time. Yeah. You have to do it like 20 minutes a day for months. And what ends up happening is you know that your inner monologue has stopped because of missing time. If you set a timer and you sit down for 20 minutes to meditate, and after about 5 minutes you hear the alarm go off, that means that that inner monologue has been shut off for that period of time. And it does kind of help you keep track of time moving. So when you have missing time, but you're sure you haven't been to sleep, you know you've done it successfully. Insanely helpful. It's the weirdest thing. But there's also nothing wrong with it. Like, people who have aphantasia are lucky in that they have the unique ability to think about things symbolically. So some people make a laundry list of things in their head and they hear it as their voice or whatever, right? But it's more than that, because some people, even without the voice, like if I tell you to picture a red Lamborghini in your head and you can't picture a red Lamborghini in your head, you would think that a person makes like a little laundry list. Okay, so we have the color red, it's shiny, it's sleek. They attach these descriptors verbally in their brain. But that's secondary. Subconsciously, your brain has a much deeper symbolic representation of what a red Lamborghini is, that is neither an image nor a vocalization, nor like a verbal description. And when you give the verbal description, you're pulling from this part of your brain that is sort of outside of language, outside of sensory information. It's really, really interesting. Me and my girlfriend had a conversation about this, And she knows a lot more about psychology than I do, although she also is hell-bent on being completely and totally secular, clinical, and scientific when it comes to psychology. So some of it sounds like hooey to her. Or at least I get that impression. She's never said as much. But there are also people that can't narrate in their head. Or that if they do, it doesn't sound like them. When I speak like I am right now, how I sound to myself now is how I sound to myself when I think. I can put on a silly voice. I do that a lot. Sometimes if I'm bored, I'll hear like SpongeBob saying something stupid in my head. Or usually Shaggy. Shaggy's another big one. Okay, so the tiles change based on whether I'm looking at them. And they change completely. Okay, so let's start by doing... Oh, this is super sketchy. I'd like the closest ones if possible. Here, let's do this instead. Ooh, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I need to cut off this right side. Damn. Am I supposed to get them full? Ah! Dreamy, blurry, hard to focus 2D stuff is easier to see in my head. What is weird, that my brain automatically turns manga I read into anime afterwards. I can like go through specific scenes and see. Yes. Yeah. It's sort of like if you watch a really good Japanese anime and you read the subs, right? You'll remember it in your native language. So I watched the first season of One Punch Man, and years later, when the second season came out, I wanted to watch it. So I go to watch it English dubs, right? Because I remembered it in English, and I remembered thinking, oh, they actually had good English dubs. It should be fine. And then the English dubs were really bad. They were really, really, really bad. And so I go out to like 9 Anime or something like that, and I find the Japanese subs. It was the voice actors that I remembered. I had remembered watching it. I'd remembered watching it in English, but it wasn't. It was subs. I had watched it with subs, and my memory of it was in English. We're just talking about how weird human consciousness is, and I'm trying to Schrodinger's cat this floor puzzle. Wait, maybe. It changes under your feet. I don't know how I'm supposed to get through this. The floor is important, but I don't know what order it needs to be in for it to work. Oh, and you have to create a situation, I think, where there's at least one row going straight across. There we go. Oh, that's right. Doesn't work. What the hell, dude? Six, maybe? It's 7 across, though. I don't think you have to fill all of them. I think, well, mostly I think that that would be impossible to do. I don't believe you can fill all of them. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do other than make a path all the way across. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing at this one. I really don't know. So yeah, here's the issue. So when you look away and you come back, they change, right? They're binary, like Schrodinger's cat. Here's the problem. As you walk across these, right? As you walk across these, the one that I'm on top of right now changes. See, because I'm no longer looking at it. But if I look down, the ones in front of me change. There have been some good puzzles and some meh puzzles. I mean, maybe if you fill all the tiles, they freeze and let you progress. The only issue is that the probability is so low. When you look away, I can hear him go shh. Here. I'll do you guys a favor really quick. I'm going to crank up the volume for just a second, okay? Can you hear it? Okay. Because it is very, very quiet, even by this game's standards. Let me turn that audio back down, otherwise it'll get really loud when he talks. If you don't look at the tile, it toggles state, so you might need to carefully move your void point around to specific spots so they all stay. Okay, so yeah, so like if I say create a row, see, now there's a row all the way across. The problem is if I look down at the tile I'm on so it doesn't leave my view, the ones further along will flip off. So actually, that's really interesting. So what I need is for the first one to change. Oh, wait a minute. That's interesting. Now they're all on. So I made a path all the way across, and the way you know is because when I look back, they'll be that way, right? So that's interesting that you just look up and it locks them in place. But then how do you... One second, chat. Am I good? Yeah, I'm good. So there, a lot has been going on today. There was a situation. There was a situation where somebody tried to get into my mother's credit card account, and I had to call the fraud department for her because she doesn't quite understand or know when she receives a text whether the text itself is a scam. You know what I mean? And it just so happens that my sister is trying to get her SNAP benefits so that she can get food and stuff, and I'm giving emergency information. Not quite what you meant. So if I look at a tile, it states you might need to move your 4-point around to specific spots so they all fill. Yeah. So like that flips the ones above. Now I've got 3. Good. Okay. This. How do I get only the corner? Can I get all 3 somehow? Let me think. There may be a way here. Okay, that takes care of those. Off. Oh, there we go. Oh no, I messed up the corner one. Okay, so now the corner one is correct. Oh, this is annoying. This is annoying, but how do I keep them all in my side at the same time? Once you get to this other side, it becomes... Wait a minute. I don't need to, actually. I can flip them all off and then flip them all on, so it's okay if all these flip. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! That's so annoying, chat. Good call. Holy shit, though. What a pain in the ass that was. Good call. That was difficult.
Compartmentalization square with consciousness. This subconscious, what's that doing? Keeping secret knowledge. Even as a god, the idea of trudging through my subconscious is somewhat nightmarish. Some things best not known, even for the all-knowing.
Okay, so I get it. Yeah! Oh, damn it. Really? Are they? We'll fix it really quick. Oh, I can just do it in OBS. What am I doing? Docs. I added Twitch stream info to my docs, even though I use Restream, just because it's annoying. There we go. I just got rid of horror and scorn. It'll just say puzzle now. The horror! The horror! I've definitely had puzzle games that tortured me. There was the serious...
The thing about being a god is the crushing loneliness. I don't really feel I have an equal. This wall, for instance. Don't get me wrong, he's a smart-looking wall. I enjoy being around him. But he has little of interesting conversation. Very flat personality. Like the bridge from earlier.
Interesting.
Very
Okay.
anthropomorphized.
Oh, this makes it a lot easier. Okay, I need to look at this very, very carefully here. Let's start with the center and get these two. Interesting. You spin me right round. It would be best to go this way, I think. Yeah. Now what? Oh, yay! That's an interesting puzzle. I don't think I've seen one like that before. I wonder why it blurs the faces of the people. It's like...
I love giant machines. The bigger the machine, the better. This is my idea of heaven. There's something about a giant machine that screams godlike. Me and my machines, animated, as if alive, but really just acting inside a closed system. They give the impression they are full of life, but they are just wheels and cogs that turn in time. Ticking, clicking, and clacking contraptions.
Okay, so I'm guessing each 4 of these represent the 4 pillars around it. One of these pillars has a ramp that goes down and will touch the ground. But which one? Ah, it would have to be this one probably. Oh no, I can't get on that. So let's start by... Interesting. Huh. Oh, it would be the middle of this one. Or not. Uh-oh. Wrong one. There we go. So that makes that. Does the middle of this one have a flat? It does. Huh. Oh boy. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be going. But oh boy. The thing I was looking for was the entrance. Ah, this is the entrance. Okay, so knowing that this is the entrance, right? I feel like this isn't actually correct, though. Around. Oh, that would go down. But then it doesn't go up to anything. The narrative musings of this game, I think, yeah, it's actually good. Yeah. There's good narration in this game, even though I'm pretty sure this was meant to be kind of an indie game. Does this one have an entrance? It does not. But this matches with that, which is good. This matches with that, which is good. So the second story is incorrect. But I don't know... Oh, wait. There isn't anything on the second story of this one. Okay, so it's the third story that needs to match with the third story of this? No? Uh-oh, wrong one. Yeah, those match. Okay. Those match and those match now. So who is loose? Who has a loose piece poking out somewhere? I don't think anyone does. Oh, yeah, you do. Unfortunately, the second story of that guy does. 1 second. Let's see how far I can get. I know it's annoying because it's a very roundabout, but I think I can get up to the third story pretty easily. I'm not sure where it is I'm supposed to be going. Oh. Oh. Okay, we got it. Can I die? Nope, I'm God. I forgot. Okay, so 1 is complete. So 3 puzzles in 1. How many puzzles are there in 2? I do wish there was like a run or a fast forward function. That was one thing I really liked in Talos, was if you had to try things over and over and over, you could hold down F and you'd whiz. You'd go, wee. Super fast. Sonic fast. Okay, so we completed one. So I started 2. I got this going before I realized this was 2. Okay. And we got buttons. There are 5 on the right, push down, none on the left, push down. No obvious indicator anywhere what buttons need to be pushed down, but we can match them. Okay.
Let there be yet more light.
Yes. Oh, what? But if I get close to it, it disappears, doesn't it?
Being alone can
No.
serve as a comfort. If there's no one can hurt you. But perhaps that's a bleak outlook. There must be joy that comes from others. Praise, they can offer praise. As a god, praise is something I can relate to. Not enough praise at the moment. Worship wouldn't go amiss. But if there were others, they might attempt to belittle me, bring me down to improve their own relative status, accuse me of pride, narcissism, pretentiousness, or grandiose self-referential commentary.
That's...
Nonsense. Pretension implies there is a lack of thought. The pretense of thought. I've thought long and hard about how brilliant I am. Done.
That's an interesting puzzle. Oh, 2 is done? Well, that's easy. 2 is easy. That wasn't hard at all. I should rephrase. I didn't have a difficult time with it. Because as Sigourney so eloquently pointed out earlier, I guessed correctly on the rotation of one of the puzzles, and it made the puzzle really easy. But it was because I guessed correctly when I was learning how to do the puzzle. If I hadn't guessed correctly out of the gate...
Take a genius to see that I am a genius. Comparative statements are somewhat redundant when you're the lone wanderer of the universe. I think I'd like a goddess to share this with. We could walk around and talk about gold. Perhaps waste away the time discussing how brilliant I am. She could bask in my intellect and compliment me on my immense wealth.
Okay.
Perhaps she'd look like me too. Obviously she couldn't be as handsome. That would be unthinkable. Could I create a goddess more majestic than myself? Could I create a rock that I couldn't lift? Well, apparently I can create doors I cannot open.
Ah.
What does a goddess do, though? Quite clearly,
Wish I could crouch.
I'm busy doing all this god stuff. Walking about, thinking about stuff, solving problems, inventing problems to solve.
Will they
Would
match
she
up?
be my helper, or off doing her own thing?
Close.
I'm a pretty big deal. If I had a goddess, I'd assume she'd want to be around me most of the time. But I feel like I'm too busy with all these challenges to possibly give her all of my attention. I mean, to be fair, it's likely to destroy her given my godlike intensity. Maybe I'd make her in
This
my
next
image.
rotation, maybe?
That would be amazing. 2 of me. Oh, we'd have so much in common.
Damn.
I'd like her to be lively. Well, first, she'd have to be
Wait a
alive.
minute.
Being alive is somewhat a prerequisite for being lively. Not created life yet.
So I'm curious, do they still move when I'm looking at them or not looking at them? Like... How do I get them to line up? Is it just a timing thing? Because it doesn't look like they ever completely match up. The top one is the slowest. Interestingly, it's the closest. They do match up at certain points, but... but not in front of it. I'm hitting this, by the way, and it's not... right there. That's what I want, but I want it pointed that way. So, like, what if I don't look at one? Damn it. There must be some other function to this puzzle I don't understand. It can't... I don't think it can just be a timing thing. Because it's in this the slowest one is the top one. It's in this configuration every time the top one passes through. So wait for this top one here, and you'll see. Almost. See? It's almost always in that configuration. Do I have to look at only one of them maybe to make it work? Like... No, that doesn't control whether they move or not. They'll move without me looking at them. Well, right now I'm going to go through Pneuma, but I'll probably play Riven before the week is out. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes me to get through this. After this week, I'll not be streaming regularly because I have to go get a job and be responsible. But I was considering doing what I said early on, which is trying to get through all 5 of the missed games in a single day. And did you hear they're doing a remake? I'm really excited. It's good to see you, by the way, Ratchet. It's been a minute. Okay, so this is not correct. I'm not doing this correctly. I'm missing some piece of the puzzle. Wait. Can I interact with these in any new or unique way? Huh. I need to reset my brain here. Clear my head and look at it from a different angle. I think the goal is to get them all to point at the eye on the door to get the door to open. But to do that, I need all 3 of these mirrors to line up. Now, that's my assumption. My assumption is that I need all the the lenses to line up. But I don't know that that is true, because if it were true, there would be some way to get them to line up, and I don't see it. Oh, it doesn't have to point at it. Ah, it doesn't have to point at it.
See as through a glass dimly, not knowing as I should know.
Can I get all 3 of these? Yeah.
Slight
Whoa.
light here. I'm done here.
Are we? Are we done here? I don't understand. Oh, I see. I'm starting to understand. I needed to fill all the way to the center. Yeah, we got the first 3, chat. So yeah, every time I get a puzzle wrong, it's because I make the wrong assumption. I just needed those 3 to line up, not necessarily line up to the door. I thought they were going to act like a prism and focus a light on the door, which would open it. But no, it's my perception, not the perception of the door. I keep forgetting that. This game is all about what do you see, what do you not see. Okay, here we go.
Why can I be surprised? If I'm all-knowing, then I should know all. Perhaps there is a moment when knowledge is created. Sometimes when I ask these questions, I wish there was a response. Wish there was someone out there listening to me, hearing these words. But how could they tell me even if they were listening? I've never heard their voice. If a voice came down from the sky to talk to me, I'd probably think I was crazy. But in case anyone's listening, I have a surplus of gold. If you'd like to pop by my universe, I could give you some. For gold, straight up trade.
It definitely has, yeah, I would agree with that. I would feel like if Talos Principle and Superliminal had a baby. Where's the on-ramp? Here. So I need this one to be like that. Oh no, it's opposite land. Oh, it's rotated 90 degrees, so. Okay, I'm trying to get to the center of the other end. Uh-oh. That will let me off, but it won't take me in the correct direction. This will get me almost all the way there. Oh, it will get me all the way there. It will get me all the way there. I'm a dummy. I keep forgetting it's rotated 90 degrees. So it's a bit of a pain in the butt, but I get it. That reminds me a lot of The Witness. The gardens where the different seasons were.
I make a lot of mistakes and missteps. Can a god make mistakes? A mistake is something unintended. Am I an imperfect god? Or perhaps I'm not a god at all. Oh, no. Let's not be silly. Of course I'm god.
It's weird that rotating around this opens and closes it. Oh, the light effects make this more difficult than is necessary. Damn it. I wish they didn't have the pupil dilation effect in this scene, because it gets so dark I can't see where the beginning of this is. This is a weird way to do a puzzle, but sure. All right, we got 4. I wonder how many more there are. There's only 5, right? Is it quicker just go off the edge? I don't think it'll let me off the edge. Nope. Have to walk around the whole thing. Okay. Oh, okay, there was only 4.
Still, no companion. What if it's all a joke? This whole world? A grand joke of which I am the punchline. What if someone stands, looking on, grinning atop their high horse? An elevated perspective makes it easy to look down. What if someone distant and unknowable were forcing me to stumble around my world? Forcing me to overcome a series of mental obstacles, all for what? To demonstrate something? To teach something? What?
Hate to break it to you, hombre. Dude, I have to admit, this is a really good use of Unreal Engine 4. I'm really impressed with the quality of this game. And it was independently developed, I'm pretty sure, so... I gotta quit smoking. I'm smoking much more than I normally do. I'm gonna have to hide that thing from me. But they did an excellent job. Like, it looks clean. It looks really clean. And this is lower resolution than I can run it at. It immediately wanted me to be at, well, it won't let me do it mid-game. It wanted me to be at 4K right away. It's like, hey, you should run this at 4K, but I'm on a 2K monitor and you're watching it in 1080p, so...
Maybe I'm not a god.
Whoa.
Maybe I'm a jester. Have you heard the one about the character who thought he was the infinite? His story came to an end. Quite the dramatic irony.
Oh, I knew.
My steps. I've never thought about a step I've made. They just seem to occur. I'm thrown about this world.
I'm literally...
Or rather merely witness my movement. If it is the case that I'm merely witnessing my motion, then is this my body? Or am I an observer?
Do they both have something to say? No, this one does. It says, vocatus atque non vocatas Deus aderit. I don't know what that means. Here. Let's see if my camera will figure it out. Come here, camera. Come here, Google Lens. Called and not called God will be present. Interesting. Called and not called God will be present. Oh, dude. I want to build another keyboard so bad. I just don't have the money for it right now. Like, I have some ideas about what kind of board I want. The problem is the kind of board I want, I don't think is made. So to take a quick segue, I want a split columnar board. I want 4 rows, but I want extra columns, more columns than usual. So here, let me see if I can give it an example. I'll have to go out of game capture for just a moment, chat. I'm sorry. Just bear with me. Just so I can demonstrate this really quickly. So that's pretty good. This is pretty good. Let's look at the Moonlander. Moonlander will give you a better idea. It won't be as small, but there's a reason. I thought about this. I thought about making one. So the Moonlander has this unique thing. I need to see one that actually shows the keys, where there are buttons on the inside here and on the outside. The reason why I'd want something like that, there's one issue with the way that this is designed, but I do a lot of crossover typing, which means like when I type the word state, say, right? Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, left hand. And that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it one-handed. But having that crossover helps me to type faster certain words. So what I would do is the most commonly used letters, I would actually put on the inside of the extra column so that I can get the same effect of over-typing with the split keyboard, because it's one of the few things that takes me away from it. The other issue I have is I want 2 unit wide keys on the outside, or at least 1.5. And it's because when I play a video game where I run a lot using the shift key, ooh, let me put this back on game capture. The ortholinear sucks. It actually hurts after a while. Holding the shift key down actually hurts, because where your finger could just go down gradually before, you have to tuck it in. So holding shift looks a lot like that. Your pinky is pushed in really far. So if you play like 3 hours of Skyrim and you're running everywhere, well, that's a bad example because they use the Alt key, but I switched it to the Shift key because that's what I'm used to. Anyway, it will kill your finger after a while.
It drives out darkness, or perhaps it's the other way around. Perhaps light is the absence of darkness. I should find out. How much light do you need to fill a bucket? 4?
How do I get all of them lit? Interesting. How do I get all these lit, chat? Lily 58 has one key on the inside. It's the one I'm making at the moment. Yeah, the Lily 58 is a really good one. It's one of the ones that I was looking at when I was considering making one. It says the center is on. Oh, I was hoping those would light in reaction to these. Oh, do I just want the center one on? Yeah, I just want the center one on. Oh, I'm done? Okay, well, that was easy. But yeah, I thought about designing a PCB that would actually fit what I would want to use a keyboard for. I'm also thinking...
Patience is a virtue I possess. A god has infinite patience. A small proof of my deity. If I get frustrated with waiting, what does that mean? I'm not a god? Suppress. Just a momentary lapse of reason. Existential crisis. Everyone has one. Don't worry about it. Suppress.
I also want to try a low resistance tactile switch. What am I pointing this towards? Okay, I think it wants me to point it at 2. Okay, so as it goes out, there is... Damn it, it's on 2. Or it was. See, it reaches out and it will touch 2. Which is the one we're in. That must be incorrect. They're a bit funny. I tried 55 gram myself and it wasn't for me. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that I like the smoothness of the linears. I also like how quiet they are. If I want to type very gently, I don't have to bottom it out to get movement, which is nice when you're trying to be quiet. The fucking Razer is a clicky and has too much resistance. I want something between what I have now and that. So maybe just a well-lubed 60 gram tactile will be fine. That might be sufficient. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I am going to look... I had something on my desk that my mouse bounced off of. Okay, let's see if we can find a clue. There must be a clue to this. Okay. Whether spoken of or not spoken of, God is present. There's the light. There are no other clues except that. I could try pointing it at that. The vendor that I bought from accidentally gave me an extra Pro Micro. Hell yes! That's amazing, dude. It resets completely when you're not looking at it. That's interesting. See, it resets completely back there. Oh, I don't get this one, chat. I don't get this one. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know when I look at it, it rotates, sure. Do I just let it continue to rotate for a full 24 hours? Are you serious? The answer to the puzzle was just look at it until it completes a full day. I mean, the Latin was kind of a hint. That's what made me think. Okay. Does this take me to 3 and 4?
Perhaps my lack of control is rational. I have two observable natures as far as I can see, my body and my mind. My body moves around doing things. It can be pushed away by equal and opposite forces. It is constrained by the world. My mind creates thoughts that it speaks.
Well, what I would say is I've seen your reflection and it doesn't exist. You do not have a body. That's a lie. Do not have a body, my dude, my guy. Ah, interesting.
What is my nature, though? Unitary, bipartite, or tripartite, or something other? How could I know? I have my words. Words are the product of a mind. Therefore, it follows that I think. I think, therefore I am. Cogito ergo sum. I move, so I have a body. Maybe a spirit, too. Something intangible. A connection with a world I cannot know.
So, did he mispronounce that, or have I been mispronouncing Latin this entire time? Cogito ergo sum. I'm conscious, therefore I am. I'm cognizant, therefore I am. Interesting. He said cogito ergo sum, which is odd. It's like he pronounced every consonant in that different than I would have. Okay, so these are the same, but I don't understand what it's in reference to. Is there anything I can interact with other than the big red button? Mojito's coming soon. I feel it. I feel that in my bones. Oh! Oh, okay. Ooh. So I have to do the corner. Then there's one whole square block. Is it on the edge? It is not. But what I can do is no, I have to start at the top. Okay. Reset that one. Reset that one. Yes, that looks correct. And then this one is annoying. Okay, let's start in this corner. Oh no, this is rounded edge. You cheeky son of a bitch. Okay. Ooh, I got around the edge. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, skip 1, 1. And then 2 and 4. So this would be... Wait. Where's the flat corner? Flat corner. So from the flat corner... Oh, from the flat corner I need 2. So 1, 2... I think. And then across from it. I need that. Oop. I believe that's correct. Yeah, this isn't hard, but it is annoying. I hope that will work. It might not. I might need to rotate it, but we'll find out. Wait. Yeah. Pointy corner is top left. Pointy corner, top left. Yes, that should be correct. And then this one, pointy corner, bottom right. So pointy corner is bottom right. So I gotta do this one. Okay. Reset that one. There we go. We got it. Now I think if I flip this, it will let me through. Yep. Interesting. Very interesting. I actually really like the puzzles in this game. Some of them are eh, but some of them are like, I kind of enjoy this. They're difficult, but not insane. I'm glad that it doesn't require me to do a whole lot of memorization. And even though the puzzles are mostly arbitrary, there is a real physical feeling outcome to them. So even though the puzzle itself might be arbitrary, because it interacts with the environment the way that it doesn't feel as arbitrary as it could potentially be. Oh, God. Oh, God, no, God, no.
Recurring theme here, back with a difference. What is it with all these observations I keep making? Observations about this and that. Always got something interesting to say, apparently. Communication, that's what I keep trying to do. These aren't just thoughts, they're words. But who am I talking to? This audible collection of my thoughts, what is its purpose? Why do thoughts have words? Do words allow understanding of thoughts?
Ooh.
Perhaps without words, thoughts would be unchained things.
There's an eye. There's an eye. Eye. 1, 2. Wait a minute. I have an idea. I have an idea. I think the paintings are the clue. So, above me is a vase on a pedestal with 4 buttons. Below it is a room with 4 paintings. He woke up and thought that he was God and was like, I'm going to create this interesting place. But why did I create this interesting place? What's going on here? So if you look, right? So if I'm pointing where the vase is, like I would go up the steps, I'd come in a room, and in the room, there would be the pedestal in the center with the 4 buttons around the edge, and there are 4 paintings in this room. So what's different about these paintings? Well, if you look really, really closely, there's an eye and an eye. So that's 2. Yep, 2 eyes in that one. Eye and eye. 2 eyes in that one. 2 eyes in that one. Is there a hidden one? 2 in that one. So there appear to be 2 eyes in each one. I was thinking that these only had 1, in which case it would be 1, 1, 1, 2, but they all appear to have 2. Unless there's another hidden one in one of these, which is possible. No. So I'm going to try the only logical thing I can think of. Is the roof tiled? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's the why. Why do you have a roof that's a floor? Let's try it. Uh-oh. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, that didn't go as I expected. What does this button do? Not a damn thing. Okay. So it rotates the room, which is interesting. But gravity stays the same. Okay. Now I'm completely bricked in, sure. Okay, so if this is what I think it is, the goal is to create an opening that goes to the various sides, which really isn't difficult because if I rotate this way, okay, down, right, let's see. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh, what? Oh my god, it's a Rubik's Cube. It is. It's a Rubik's room. This is going to be hard for me to visualize because I have to line up the doors properly. That's the part that's going to be hard. I can rotate it so the opening is in the correct direction, but having the correct orientation for the rotation is what's going to annoy the hell out of me. I have an idea. So I suck at Rubik's Cubes, but I've always wanted to learn. And my girlfriend, knowing that I like puzzles, she bought me a really strange Rubik's Cube. Let me see if I can show you this. The way this Rubik's Cube works, all sides are the same color. Ooh, they've oiled it. All sides are the same color. It's about the shape. That's amazing. I'm very proud of you. I tried to learn the formula for it, but I've always had really cheap Rubik's Cubes. And I don't know if you know this about cheap Rubik's Cubes, but they often just use stickers that come off really easily. And I also had one actually break. So I was never able to solve one because I'd get pretty deep. Like I'd get, say, 2 faces completely completed. And then like a sticker or something would come off or it would break. And then there was one that I actually just gave up on. But I always wanted to learn. I wish I knew some. My brother, Mark, can complete these in like 2 seconds. He was obsessed with Rubik's Cubes, and he can do a bunch of them, but I barely know him. I barely know him. That's accurate because he doesn't really stick around with our family anymore. But I always wanted to learn. I always wanted to learn to do it like I see people on the internet do it. Maybe I'll sit down one day and we'll have a stream where you guys guide me through how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So I have this dumb idea. I had a little sticker. I have a little sticker. Now, I'm not going to try and solve the Rubik's Cube. I'm going to use the Rubik's Cube to help me visualize what I need to do. Okay, so if I rotate this way, so back, left, forward, no. Interesting. So let me do this. Boom. Okay. Haha, it worked. I might actually buy one. Did you put it in Discord? I might actually buy one. I've always been interested in learning how to do it, and I know that I can. I just never learned it. I watched like one YouTube video on it one time. But I'm one of those people that if I struggle to visualize something, then often I actually need someone to just help me. Like if I found somebody who knew how to solve a Rubik's Cube and I sat down with them for like a half an hour, I would know how to complete a Rubik's Cube. Okay, so There's nothing on this side that is useful to me, so I need to get to the other side. So what I need to do is 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Ha ha ha. I totally cheated, by the way, using a Rubik's Cube that way, but it worked.
Not everything is up for grabs. Parts of the world.
I just
tend
hope
to
this
wonder,
sticker doesn't
perhaps
tear
just
anything or break
tethered to
anything.
me. In
No,
a
it's
world
good.
Where I am the only agent of change. Do I approach the end of the world, or does the end approach me?
I knew it was a really, really, really cheap sticker, so I didn't feel so bad about putting it on the Rubik's Cube. I didn't think that it would hurt it, and it didn't, thankfully. Now I want to try and solve this Rubik's Cube, though. Okay, so this moves with me. Where am I going? Going across, I guess. I think I need to find a light source to run through these. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I have a bad feeling about this, chat. Okay, how does this work? Oh. That one won't match up with that one, so what I have to do is... Yep. I had a feeling that that would be the case. Interesting. So we're taking this all the way through to the thing under the door. Okay, so now I'm positioned like this. We're positioned this way. I need to get it to the opposite side. So I need to 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Yep. Yep. Got it. All right, we completed 4. Now I just have to get through that doorway? I think? I'm not sure. Oh! Maybe that's what this button does? It opens the door or something? No? Wait, what? Oh, it resets it, I guess. Interesting. 1, 2, 1, 2. So... There must be a 5th puzzle I don't know about. Oh. What the hell is that? Oh, I see. Okay, okay, alright, okay.
I don't think I'd take it well if I spent my life controlled by another, though I'm not fully in control, clearly. My body is constrained to this world. But I happily resign to this lack of control, it's just the darker side of that. How'd you get over that nagging feeling that someone is watching over you, controlling your steps? Unwelcome. Are these words even my words? I could be anything. Maybe I'm just words on a page, a script on a screen, an actor, a voice, a character, a visage, a fake. Approaching the end.
I'm closing up my little Rubik's Cube. I need to figure out how to solve that thing.
I feel the Omega. My destination. This is it. The end of the path. The destination. For how can there be progress without a destination? A few seconds ago there was nothing. But now, here I am, surrounded by trees, ready to hear them fall. The path serves to direct my steps. Disturbing that my steps are being directed. That's an unwelcome thought. I am aware, but I don't feel in control.
So the rain doesn't look very good and the trees don't look very good. That's the one gripe I have with this. You could have made better trees. Easily made better trees. You could have had the limbs move and stuff. Like, I don't think it would have been too difficult to do.
I feel a lack of control and a control beyond my own. I don't want to roll away this stone. That nagging thought again. Why am I continuing? Despite my desire to the contrary. This is the progress I desired. The destination I set out for at the beginning. The knowledge I grasped for. The end of the road. There's no way back, and knowledge feels dangerous now.
Definitely share a picture of your dodecahedron, like, I don't know, in general. I might create another channel for puzzles. Like, you come across an interesting puzzle, whether it's a Rubik's Cube or a Sudoku puzzle, have at it. I'm okay at Sudoku puzzles. For some reason, that they don't mess with my brain that much.
And in here I can see shadows dance on the walls. Projections. All this time I felt a presence watching over me. I felt a control beyond my own. No! No! Ah! No! Get off me! Get off me! I can feel you, distant person, controlling my every step. You've been here since the beginning. Watching. Malevolent or benevolent, it makes no difference. You have no right. Get off! The door is closed. I can't go back. Well, did you pay your price for your slave? You deserve to control me. Is it your right? Is it? Go on, tell me, what was my price? You stand there in the distance. I can see it now.
It's like
I cannot
$10
see your
bucks.
face, but I feel you like a rushing wind. You guide my steps. You order my steps. No, no, look away. Why should we go through here? There's no reason. Why must we travel through every door you wish? Elucidate me. What about me, my desires? Let's just wait here, forever. There's no way back. Why do you drive me
Yeah.
forwards like an animal? Your insatiable appetite for closure? I've never been alone. You move my world, manipulate me. But all this time you have placed my every footstep. How can I trust you? You've been watching over me secretly and silently since the beginning of time. That's pretty villainous. I want to go back. There's no other way but forward now, apart from infinite stillness.
I mean, curiosity, man. That's why we're moving forward. And yes, you guys should definitely solve puzzles on stream. That would be cool. And then upload it to YouTube in case I can't be there for the live stream so I can watch it. I would definitely watch it.
Show yourself, please. Your silence is deafening. You say nothing. You sit silently above, playing God. You are the danger. You move my world.
I'm not trying to torture you, dude. I just have the courage to see it through. And I'm pretty sure that Twitch chat would be very upset if I just quit.
Of faith.
Uh-oh.
I am alive. I'm real. I'm alive and I'm real. I am a real boy. Thank you. I sure deserve to be a real boy. Someday I'm gonna be a real boy. A real boy with thoughts. A real boy. Don't touch that. You don't even know what it's for. Thoughts with heart, with soul, with mind. With body, with consciousness, with spirit, with breath. Pneuma. I'm a real boy. I'm not a wooden character. I'm a real boy. With emotions, not a script. Definitely not a script. I am alive. Feeling. I make decisions. I have will. I have autonomy. The world is real too. Not a visage. A series of impulses. Simulating life, not a well-conceived dream to be woken from. I am real. I am a real boy. I am alive. I am alive. I am alive. I'm real. I'm alive and I'm real. I am a real boy.
Okay, it's repeated, I think.
I deserve to be a real boy. Someday I'm gonna be a real boy. A real boy with thoughts. A real boy. An alive real boy. A boy with thoughts. With heart, with soul, with
Maybe
mind,
not.
with body, with consciousness, with spirit, with breath. Pneuma. I'm a real boy.
Yeah.
I'm not a wooden character. I'm a real boy. With a mind, not a script.
After this, I want to talk about something cool.
It's a game.
Eating
I'm
of the
not
fruit
real.
of the tree of knowledge.
You've been watching me for all this time, since the beginning of the universe. But you didn't say anything. You sat silently. Apparently, you think it's okay to just watch a person for hours. Why am I here then? I am part of your game? Your entertainment? You play with my life. You move me around as you see fit. Tell me where to look, how to think. Manipulate my world. Push me down a path of your choosing, all for your appetite for closure. Am I your slave? What was my price? Or perhaps you're my spirit. Perhaps not. Perhaps my conscience, perhaps my consciousness. Maybe I'm a puppet and you're my master. Perhaps at this point, neither of us are in control. Few things are sure. I am not real. From nothing I came, and to nothing I will return. I am just a figment of an imagination. I am a character created to tell a story. The story of a person who observes their life, but is not in control. There's a puzzle for you. In the beginning, me.
So let's see what this does first. Okay, it goes back. Okay. So what Cyan did is really interesting. Let me introduce you guys to a video. I'm sure some of you have seen it, but I've been kind of going down a bit of a misty rabbit hole here lately. You know, Riven's 25th anniversary and all that. Riven 25th anniversary. Oh, I can't remember the guy. Why can't... What is the developers? Rand and Robin Miller, right? Ah, yes, the abduction playthrough with Rand and Eric. Really good video. Very, very cool. They play through abduction. And it's interesting to hear them talk about how they selected the voice lines. I might just let them do it.
The forest?
Yeah,
I mean, you gonna make me talk about it?
we did this like before we knew almost anything.
This was done like we were
Let me knock the volume up for you guys.
still learning the engine. We
Yeah.
were like, what's this Unreal thing all about? This was one of the first areas we built like way back when we first started touching this game. Oh, we got the VO coming in.
Let me see if I can bring the volume up more, because this seems really quiet to me. Filters. Do I have a compressor in here? I do. Oh, here's the gain. Go to gain, add 7 decibels. Yep.
And this VO, okay, in addition to this place, this space, wanting to feel it very Earth-like, we have a long VO here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on. And what we did is chopped it into chunks. I did this giant spreadsheet of, okay, these are the important voiceovers at the beginning. And as you pass through a region, if you stay in that region, it'll get to some of the secondary ones. But if you blow through this whole thing, it just gives you the main points. And I don't know that anybody's ever said anything about that. It's
I never knew that. That's very, very interesting. So what he said was they basically had a narrative. So like say they had 500 words that needed to be spoken in this particular voiceover, right? If you go slow enough, all 500 words are stated. But he broke those 500 words up into individual sentences on a spreadsheet, and the most important ones were placed in the hierarchy. So depending on the speed at which you play, right, you'll get the most important sentence maybe plus a sentence or two, and then the next most important sentence, then plus a sentence or two. So it automatically adjusts with how quickly you play through the game. Because when we played it slow, we got the entire voiceover. At least I hope I did. But if you were to speedrun this, you'd get a completely different voiceover. That's really clever. The only time I've ever really seen that kind of thing done, it's been done in a couple of games. Like, what was it? Bastion was one. Doom with the music, the way the music works in Doom is that way. He takes like a really long song and then he chops it up, and it has like verses, choruses, middle eights, solos, and drops. And like whenever you end up in a fight, it will seamlessly move into a chorus and a drop usually. And then as you're coming to the end of the fight, it might go into a solo and then back to the regular song, which is really, really clever. But yeah, this was a cool video to watch. It's neat to watch developers, mule over their creation. And I'm really excited for the 25th anniversary edition of Riven. And because Breath of Life didn't take me so long to get through, like that was a 3-hour playthrough. It was way quicker than I thought it was going to be. I think that there may be time at the end of this week to try and sit down and play through all of them, but I'm afraid it'll take me too long because it's been a minute since I played them. So what I might end up doing is in my free time, watch some speed runs of the Myst games and formulate a strategy, because that would be the goal, is can I in a single sitting beat all 5 of the Myst games? That would be so sick. I think it will be very hard, because it's one thing to speedrun a single game. It's another thing to speedrun 5. So like I would be limited to an hour per game if it's a 5-hour stream, but I probably would be willing to go over. If it ends up being 8 or 10 hours, that's acceptable to me. Cutscenes and stuff will really slow it down. The first Myst will be very, very easy to get through. I could probably have it done in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Minute and 41 seconds. Okay. There we go. Oh, he's definitely memorized that shape before. And then cutscene. Boom. I probably won't be that fast. I'm not looking for a world record, but probably 5 minutes for me if I memorize how to do it. I wish we had Zoustis in here. He sped run a lot of these. He speed ran a lot of these. So how long? 5 minutes and 53 seconds. Most likely it would be 20, would be my guess. Yeah, look at how insane that is. So my goal would be to complete each game as quickly as possible. Preferably not with glitches, but it would depend on how long I could stretch them all together. If I did all 3 pages, that would slow down the run a lot. I don't know about the latter games, but the Riven and Myst, I think I could complete both of them in a half an hour with just a little bit of practice. But I don't know. I might be biting off more than I can chew. Because imagine memorizing all the inputs for like Mist will be easy. Memorizing them for Riven would be quite difficult. Memorizing them for both would be kind of insane. And then memorizing Mist 3, and then Mist 4, and then Mist 5? Holy shit. I don't know if it would be possible. I probably am biting off more than I could chew. You can turn off the randomness, I think. There's like a randomized version and a non-randomized version, I think. It was in the options for the version that I have. I might be thinking of Mist, but one of them in the settings of the modern one had a randomizer. It might be the most, you might be right. You might be right. If that's the case, it will make completing Riven difficult. That's a good call. Someone is donating to this person. They've got the notifications turned down, but occasionally if you pay attention, you hear bruh. Bruh. I'm invincible. That was Boris from James Bond GoldenEye. Yeah, the marble puzzle will be the hardest part, I think. They didn't memorize Jack there. How did they do that? They had no issue with the marble puzzle there. Well, they might have seen it for a split second. It might be a case where there are, it's not completely random, it's pseudo-random, where there's one, it's one of a set of positions, in which case they maybe at a glance could see and be like, oh, it's that position. And right, exactly, yes. That's a yes. That's probably what it is, if I had to guess. So it's pseudo-random.
The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may.
Great actor, man.
Thank you.
Rip. I'm skipping through the cutscene because I want to see them actually interacting with the environment more than a cutscene that I'm probably going to see a million times going forward. Memorize the sound. Jump back out. Oh, wait, no. We're good. We're good. Yep. I don't really have anything in mind to stream the next couple days. So maybe starting tomorrow, like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'll go through Mist, Riven, Mist 3, Mist 4, Mist 5. Like tomorrow, I might do an hour or two of Mist attempts, and then an hour or two of Riven attempts. And then Thursday we could do 3 and 4, and then Friday maybe all of them or something. I don't know. I'd have to stream longer. I think what I'd have to do is like Mist 1, 2, and 3 tomorrow, Mist 4 and 5, because I think 4 and 5 are a little bit longer the next day, and then on Friday try to get through all of them. I don't know. I'll think about it because I feel like that's a lot. That's a lot to bite off. All right, cutscene, end of game.
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book?
Yeah, missed 3. 10 minutes, 9:59. Here, let's watch the insane 9:34. Is there a quicker one? Ooh, 9:18. 9:27. Holy shit. Let's watch an insane. Ooh, German. Interesting. God, I love Myst 3, by the way. It's so good. God, I just fucking love Myst so much. I'm going to learn nothing from this speed run because he's memorized so many inputs, he's doing it instantly. Yeah, well, that actually makes sense. I know that Japanese is used a lot for older games where they have dialogue boxes. Japanese, Chinese, I think it's Japanese kanji, because kanji can represent a word. So instead of having to generate 5 characters of the Roman alphabet, it generates 1 kanji. So the dialogue boxes go by quicker. I'm sure if you've done it a billion times, you're probably really good at it. I think that Myst and Riven, I probably, with some improvement, could hit in a half hour. I think Myst 3, 4, and 5 would be way harder. And the reason for that, the reason why I say that is because the first Myst will be super easy if I do single page. But that would be after, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Having improved some. Yeah, I can't even see what he's clicking. It's nuts.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I know roughly what he's doing, but holy shit. And the weight puzzle? The weight puzzle would be insane. Where you have to measure out the weights? If they're random, then how? Yeah, saving and reloading to skip transitions. Yeah, I could see that. I probably could make a macro for that, where I just press a key, it exits out, and then loads back in with a single key press. Because I'm not looking to get on a speedrunner board anywhere. I will use all the tricks and cheats possible just to see if it's doable, you know. I'm not looking to get a world record or anything. That must not be random because he inputted that instantly. This is the one I think I was talking about where you have to do... It's not this exact puzzle, but there is a puzzle with weights, if I remember right. It's like wood, stone, and glass or something. That one broke me when I was doing it. I had to do math. I remember I had a page of math where I'm like, 1 stone is 3 wood is 2 glass or something like that.
Oof. Oh my god. Hier bin ich, da steht.
He is German. That explains the German language.
Letzten jetzt hier. Da wo die Kugel jetzt rollt. Da habe ich ein bisschen reingesackt.
I wish I had cool glasses. I hate my glasses right now.
Ja.
Yeah, I would probably find an English-speaking speedrunner who explains it and watch it. Like, we'd probably watch it on stream, and then I would do an attempt. And, like, with the larger ones, like Riven, Miss 3, Miss 4, Miss 5, it'd probably have to be, like, sections at a time. Or, like, okay, this world in Miss 3, how long would it take me to get through it knowing... Oh, he actually messed up. So he's got a 9-minute speed run with the mistake in it. That means it could be optimized, and that's the word I was looking for, by the way. It was optimized. Oh, this world also. I hated this world. The one where you have to, like, direct steam. I hated it. I didn't actually hate it. It broke me. It fundamentally broke me. I just was so confused. This one was fun. I enjoyed this one.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's this. Yeah. This puzzle I hated. I wish I had an Apple II. That'd be cool.
Mein Herz pumpt.
Back when Apple was cool, you know? I remember reading an interview with Trent Reznor where he talked about the Apple II and how much he enjoyed it and how the software he used to record and make music absolutely changed the game. Was so impressed with it. It was from like 1992 or something. I don't know if it was the Apple II, but it was something like that. It's just interesting how what used to be state of the art is now just a relic. Like, I have a feeling that ARM and traditional CPUs are going to end up being used in combination with one another in the future. You have like the M1 chip in Apple nowadays. The ARM struggles with certain things and requires a different assembly language. So there's probably going to be some weird combo architecture that's used in the future, at least as a transition into ARM being on like Windows machines. The M1 has amazing performance. I have to hand it to Apple. They did a good job with it. The problem is that a lot of things have to be emulated because the software wasn't meant to be ran on an ARM processor, so it has to go through like an interpretation layer, which is just a phrase I made up. But it does. It has to be converted to be compatible. It says, as is, there's other processors they'll put on the processor. Oh, yeah. I read an article on it, but I didn't completely understand. They were basically saying that that high-end CPUs that you use to run like a gaming machine will outperform an M1 considerably, but that the M1 is really, really good at certain operations, and that it will begin to see really interesting improvements in architecture going forward because they took the risk of running an ARM CPU on their machines. So this is where we begin having the problems, by the way. If we try to do Myst 4, if good ending Myst 4 is 43 minutes. So like if I stretch these out, give me a second here. Okay. So the first Myst speed run is like 2 minutes. That looks like it says Myst 2. Let's not do that. So yeah, we'll just say 2 minutes. Riven was what, 5? Wait. 5:23, we'll say 5:30. And let's tab these over so they line up nice and neat. And we'll put zeros in front of them so that the longer ones get put in there. Then Myst 3 was like 9 minutes and something. We'll just call it Exile. We'll say 10. Then Revelation. Revelation looks to be probably 50 minutes. Getting a good speed run of it looks to be about 50 minutes. And then let's look at Myst 5. Wow, End of Ages, any percent, no cutscene, speed run in 2 minutes and 47 seconds, world record. I will watch that, but yeah, we're probably not going to sit through a whole Myst 4 playthrough just because it's 40 minutes. So yeah, let's watch that. Let's see what that looks like. Just out of curiosity. What does a and here, let me update docs, Twitch stream info, edit stream info, just chatting. Yep, okay, done. See what this looks like. Oh yeah, I definitely have watched things at like 2x before. Going above 2x in 90% of cases is pointless. But there have definitely been cases where 2x was fine. You're so cool, Probable. The problem with going at a higher speed for me is that ooh, glitch. My brain tends to default outside of whatever's being spoken about. So they'll say something and my mind will wander based on what they've said, and by the time I've come back, I've lost 30 minutes of video. Legitimately. Oh, another glitch. That's a clever way to clip through. Interesting. Okay, you fall through. It respawns you by there. Go in here. You draw all the int symbols. I'm actually really impressed. He's a minute 46 in. He's almost got it done. I wonder how hard it would be to clip. How hard is that technique of clipping? I'd be real curious to see if it's something that's easily repeatable or if it takes a lot of practice. Because I've definitely tried to do like clipping strats before. I'm not very good at it. What was this? 247? World record is 253. So they broke their own world record. What?
Oh my goodness.
What was that? That was weird.
Free. The slavery of 10,000 years is over. And the burden of my family is lifted from my weary heart. Praise the Maker. He brought
Face tatted lady.
impossible task. You have done well, and many will rejoice.
What were they called? The Barrow?
You have chosen the
I've already forgotten what they're called.
least as greatest. You have freed us all. Yourself of pride, me of the burden.
Mist 5 makes me nostalgic for Uru. For some reason.
You are worthy of the new Denis.
Just throw a sack over his head. You're ours now, bitch. What's up, Rand? Or Robin? Rand? I don't remember.
Oh, my father.
My desert bird.
It's over.
What was her actual name? The wife was Catherine. Atris, Catherine.
Strong. I am so sorry.
Yesha.
But what was asked of me, I have done.
Yeah.
And now the tree grows again. Just to be your daughter again. Hold me.
My precious one. I'm so sorry. For this burden. This crushing
I'm kind of glad that the Mist story is over. They've explained just about as much as they can explain. I would argue that they've over-explained. The mystique of the world is kind of removed by the latter games. The mystery, you know, really made it.
You bring Dunny back to life.
You could have fan theories and stuff, and after it was like, well, actually, they stole the art of writing from the Least, aka the Barrow, and then imprisoned them. They were kind of assholes.
My old friend. Welcome to Rilishan. This new Dunny. It's been a long, long journey. Difficult journey. And I am old and weak. But I've lived
So that's a world record, though. I would not care to do like a any percent, you know, glitchable. I don't think I would care. Oop. It would probably, for me, be like 20. It would probably be pretty close, actually. But we'll say high end, right, is probably around, sorry, 3 minutes. Forgot how to type chat. So the grand total of that is what? So here's 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, plus 50 minutes, 70 minutes. It's an hour and 10 minutes. Mist 5 ruined it totally. I still have no idea why Yisha failed or felt such a burden. And the whole, I can link without a book. I just touched the innocent creature's skin. I cut off. Yay. Yeah. It's a little weird. Like if they were to make another Myst, what I would recommend they do is make a story that takes place between 4 and Uru, or between Uru and 5, where it kind of fills in a lot of the blanks as to what Yisha was fucking doing the whole time and how a lot of things came to be. It does sort of tell you, but I feel like it lacks the emotional catharsis, or it feels sort of out of character. Like I completely agree that it's like why Yisha failed or why she felt such a burden. I don't get that either. But maybe there's a story there that if we were going to make another Myst game, that should probably be what it is. But yeah, no, I tend to agree with you. I don't think that they should. I don't think there should be another Myst game. Or if they did do another Myst game, it should be completely tangential to the Myst that we've experienced. Just a completely separate story about completely separate characters who are somehow involved, that have the commonality of writing ages, you know. But this is a total of 70 minutes, which is insane. So I could probably rewrite this as 0 hours. Let's copy this. And then what we could do is we could call this instead 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's quite a bit. Now, would it be possible for me to do it in about 7 hours? I could see that. It does feel, it's like when a director has a really good script for a really good movie, and he plots the movie out, he storyboards it, and he comes to the realization, because the page count, the storyboards, the amount of time that you would need for reaction scenes. So you have like action scenes and reaction scenes. You know, woman is attacked, accidentally kills a guy. There has to be the scene where she's recoiling from having killed that guy. Either she enjoyed it, in which case that's an interesting angle, or she didn't, in which case that's an interesting angle. But often what happens is you end up with a story that's like 3 hours long, and the producers come down and they're like, listen, we can't have no 3-hour fucking movie. Ain't nobody gonna sit in a theater that long. We're trying to sell them 16 gallons of Coca-Cola. They're gonna take a pee break and leave the theater, or whatever their fucking excuse is. It costs too much money or whatever. So the first thing that gets cut is usually the reaction scene, not the action scene, which is why movies feel end to end like spectacle. Now, you can cleverly mash the two together. You can make that work in a really good action movie, for instance, but it's rare and it's hard to do. So whenever you end up kind of squeezing things into other things, you end up sacrificing a little bit of what makes both the things great, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't fucking know. I'm just rambling at this point. I feel like it could have been better. I feel like the gameplay was great. The story was the gameplay of 5 was amazing. I loved 5. I'm not super keen on the story, but the gameplay itself was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a fun game to play. Uru was the same way. Uru could get a little convoluted, but then again, all the Myst games could get a little convoluted at times. So I can't give it too hard of a time. So let's see. 1 hour and 10 minutes. 1 hour and 10 minutes. 6 times that would be 7 hours. So presumably, if I wanted to do it in a 7-hour stream, which I probably would not be able to do, I would have, here, let's just copy this because it'll make it easier. Presumably, I'd have 14 minutes for that. I know this is boring, Chad. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure things out. Damn it. Having the hardest time typing today. I don't know why. This would be 30 minutes. This would be 60. Yep. 60 minutes. This would be a lot. This is where it would get hard. 6 times 50 minutes. That would be where almost the entire gameplay would go. That's what I actually don't know how many minutes that would be. 300. It would be 300 minutes. And then 6 goes in that, so that'd be 5 hours. This would be 5 hours even, I think. Feel free to check my math on that, but I feel like that's correct. And then 18 minutes for the last one. I've got to fix that. I have a key that double taps. That's not me making a mistake. That's my keyboard. I need to replace the switch. I still haven't beaten Exile, and I think it's about time to pick it back up. Great game, dude. Really good. 1000%. Yes, please do that. That would be amazing. It's very, very good. 1,000,000% recommend. I loved Exile. The first 3 will always have that special place in my heart. Let's see, it's 300 divided by 60. Yes, 5 hours. So if I did my math correctly, 14 plus 30 plus 60 plus 18 equals 122. And then plus 300 divided by 60 is 7 hours and some change. So it goes a little bit over. I did my math wrong somewhere. Oh, because it's 5:30. So this would actually be 33 minutes. I listened to you go through most of it, but I'm at the point where I don't remember, so it'll be good. Also, there are things that occur in that game that there's not really, you're not really, it'd be hard to ruin it for yourself unless you had recently actively watched it. Because there is like one section where you kind of have to do math. And I don't think that, I can't even remember it. And I played it. Like if I came to that section right now, I'd be like, oh, how do I do this again? You know what I mean? This also is supposed to be 12 because I'm multiplying by 6. I'm a dummy. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 5 is 30 minutes. 6 times 30 seconds is 3 minutes. So 33 minutes. 60 minutes. 5 hours. 18. It still doesn't add up correctly. I'm still doing my math weird somehow. I don't understand why. What am I doing wrong here? 12 plus 33 plus 60 plus 300 plus 18 divided by 6. I'm doing my math wrong somewhere, chat. I wrote this down wrong. This is 1 hour. It probably would be better to do this in minutes. Right, so 2 minutes. Oh, I did this wrong. I did do this wrong. There should be 30 seconds there. Yeah, I'm off by 30 seconds. Which is actually accurate. It says 70.5 minutes. So no, yeah, that is actually correct. And then multiply that by 6. It'll be 423 minutes divided by 60. So it'll be 7 hours and 0.5%. So I don't know what that would be. What? 423, right? So what's 0.05 times 60? 3 minutes. It would take me 7 hours and 3 minutes. I was just doing my math wrong. I was trying to figure out if I had a 7-hour limit, how much time would I have to complete each game? Doing it this way would give me 7 hours and 3 minutes. So if I round this out like that, I would have 12 minutes for the first game, 30 minutes for the second, an hour for the third, 5 hours for the fourth, and 18 minutes for the last. And I could do it in 7 hours. So I'd have that would be how much time I had to complete each one if I were going to do the 5 base games in a row. And this would come out to exactly 7 hours. There's no point in having the word minutes here. I don't know why I did that. I might try this. Like speedrun Mist, say tomorrow until I get it below 12 minutes, then speedrun Ribbon until I get it below 30 minutes. Speedrun Exile until I get it below an hour. Do 3 games tomorrow. Then Revelation, I would have 5 hours to complete it. That one's going to be hard. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I have to sleep on this. So I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Because I feel like this is a hell of an investment, but I think it would be an interesting way, like where I won't be streaming regularly. And I said that I always wanted to try and do all of them in a single day. If I'm ever going to do it, it should be soon. But this would require like a lot of prep time and stuff. Like I could do it on stream though. Like I could look at a speed run and try to break it down to my own gameplay until I get each one with a goal of 12 minutes for the first, 30 minutes for the second, an hour for the third. Revelation, 5 hours? See, the problem is I can't have enough playthroughs to develop any speed on it. If it does take me 5 hours to complete, I only have, that's one whole stream, just me trying to get through Revelation. So I'm tempted to just speedrun the first 3. See if I can get through the first 3 games. Because those are my favorites anyway. But I'm going to think about it. I need to save this somewhere important. Let's see. Yeah, we'll save it in documents. Speed run goals. Oh, I need to put Mist at the beginning. Mist speedrun goals. Save. But yeah, I think this is going to do it for today's stream. I know it was kind of a short one. I didn't expect to get through Pneuma so quickly. Let me look at what I have in here. Do I have anything that was really big that I wanted to play before we stop streaming on the regular? There's Rethink Cube. The Looker. The Looker might be something fun to do. The Guest. Just kind of horror-y, but still. Yeah, not really. Not a whole lot. Let's see. If I search for puzzle. No, that won't happen. Here. I'll show you what I'm doing really quick. Let's create a new collection. We'll call a dynamic collection. We'll say puzzle. I guess it's meant to be all caps. And then what we want is store tags puzzle. Boom. There we go. And this gives us a list of all the puzzle games I have in my library. The Dig was one that I haven't yet. But man, I've played like all of these. Just about. Baba Is You is one that I've always wanted to play. But played it, haven't played it. Haven't played it. This one was kind of iffy anyway. So played it, played it, played it, played it, played it. And this one, and this one, and this one. And this one, and this one. And this one. This one, this one, this one. This one. That one, that one, that one. Not on stream, so I take that back. That. Infra, fucking amazing. Haven't, have, haven't, 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 have. And then none of the rethinks. There's Uru. Have. Oh, Abduction is good too. So good. If there was a set of games that made me want to make games, like actually learn how to develop games, it would be the Myst games. I'd love to make a Myst-like. Learn how to use Unreal 5 so it looks super pretty. Work on building assets, have a cool story. Try to not make it look too gray like the Talos Principle. I love the Talos Principle, but everything looks gray in the Talos Principle. Everything. The one problem I have with it is that the color could use some work, but yeah. Well, tune in tomorrow for a mystery stream chat. We shall see how it goes. So until then, I bid you all a good night. I might try the Myst thing anyway. We'll just see. If I fail, I fail, but at least I tried. At least I followed through on my attempt. So until next time, chat. Good night.